So we are going to do a little bit different kind of video today. This is, I don't know if you would call this a fishing hack. I call it common sense. Winter's here. Every now and again, I still want to catfish from the bank, and sometimes I'm lazy about it. Some of the spots I can fish, I can actually back my truck up to, which is really nice for ease of use, in and out, all that other kind of stuff. But some of the spots that I fish that my truck can get to are there's no place for rod holders, and you're stuck either making your own DIY rod holder, which is what we're getting ready to do today, or just propping it up against the railing. And I personally still am not a fan of that. So we're gonna make the lazy man's hitch holder today. Super cheap, super affordable. So what we have here is a bunch of chickens in the yard that will not shut up. What we have here is a bed extender from Harbor Freight. You can buy this thing for like 50 bucks. Now, if you are a welder, by all means, man, fab up your own. And trust me, if I was a welder, I would have made it a little bit taller, just because my intention would be to drop my tailgate and sit in the bed of my truck. But 50 bucks will get you the base, get you what you need to get started. This is as high as it will go currently. Just like any other hitch, you just put your pin in there, you lock it in place. We're not gonna actually lock it in place right now, because what we're getting ready to do is only gonna take a few seconds. This is gonna end up being a much shorter video. So now we got that set in place. Apparently I had a case of water at one point. Now I just have water bottles. Now, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, really, you know that my buddy Aaron and my buddy Brent showed me and helped me to fabricate my own lock wall rod holders, and those travel with me everywhere. You'll also know that when it comes to bank rod holders, I am a firm believer in takedown rod holders. They are light, they last forever, they're tough as nails, and that, truth be told, man, that's the only bad part about Austin. He's the guy who makes these. He has built a product to where if you buy it once, you typically don't ever need to buy them again. You can buy them in powder coated, or you could buy stainless steel versions. Mine are just regular old steel. I paint them every year. Except these orange ones. These orange ones were powder coated. I haven't had to touch them up at all. I own 8 of these, and they are the best, in my opinion, the absolute best bank rod holder for your money. On top of that, if you guys are interested, I'll put a link in the description. There's a little code, save you a little money. I am an affiliate with them, but they don't pay me to say any of this. Back to what I was saying earlier. So where I travel around with these in the back of the truck at any given time, these are what we are going to make attach to my little tailgate holder here. Now, you could use any kind of rod holder. You could actually just take the bases that they give you and attach them right here. But these stay in my truck, so these are what we're going to use. We gotta waller them holes out just a little bit. Well, ain't that a fine howdy do? Well, that is unfortunate. Okay, so one Tractor Supply run later, we can get back to what we were doing. Now, there are a couple of really cool things about this. One, I drove them down. Sometimes they could drive through, sometimes they don't. They don't have to drive through. I just do that because when you do that, it makes them really solid. Like that rod holder is not moving. But with the takedown rod holders, you've got a total of 3 different positions you can use them in. Depending on where I'm at will determine what I'm going to use. I mean, obviously right here you've got about a 45, but you got straight up and down too. Another thing too is, so if I flip the rods around backwards, let's say I backed up to a lock wall or a dam, if you put the rod holders in backwards, you can actually get a much lower, almost like a flat zero. It's not quite a zero, but it's pretty close. Really good for suspending. Obviously, your truck is going to be with you. You're not going to be very far from the rods. Now, I drive a 2024, 25, I can't remember, somewhere in that ballpark, F-150. The cool part about it is, so I can actually hit a button on my thing here. You see this little camera icon. And so I can see the front, I can see the full 360 around the truck, but let's say I wanted to see the back. Now, obviously with them sticking straight up, you know, it's whatever, but it's just nice to have that option if you want to use it. Let's look in the rear view and you can see them. But yeah, no, that's been a really quick, like I said, I guess you'd call it a hack, or again, I call it common sense. The cool thing about it is nothing on that setup is permanent. Everything can be removed, everything can be adjusted. If you want to change the position of your rod holders, just drill new holes. Again, $50 bed extender from Harbor Freight, a drill bit, and your takedown rod holders. I could not think of an easier way to do it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. We're going to go ahead and call it on this one, and we'll get started filming another one, because now that we got it done, we got to go test it. So we'll see y'all on the next one. Stay bent, y'all. Hope you had a good one. See you around.